Well, we have officially hit the final stop on the MCU Phase 1 train as we count down to Avengers Doomsday. So that means today we're taking a look at the Avengers from 2012. And spoiler alert, this movie still really holds up to this day.
But given that it's a stupid-ass decision, I've elected to ignore it.
If you rewatch Phase 1 in order, you really feel the subtle build-up to this singular event. This wasn't normal in 2012. Shared universes weren't a guarantee. This could have collapsed under its own ambition. Instead, this movie thrives on character conflict. The first act is basically a pressure cooker. Tony doesn't respect authority. Steve doesn't trust Tony. Thor thinks Loki is his responsibility. Banner doesn't trust himself. Natasha just wants Clint back. It's messy, it's intense, and it feels earned. And that's why the third act works so well. Loki as the first villain is such a smart choice. He's powerful, but he's not unbeatable. He's theatrical, but genuinely threatening, and he's personal, especially for Thor. He doesn't just invade Manhattan, he pokes at the Avengers' egos and fractures. He exposes their weaknesses, and that's crucial for what happens next. So let's talk about the literal glue of Phase 1. And as a Phil Coulson fan, I'm not just saying that. He is the glue. Rewatching this movie, it's even more clear how important Coulson is. He's been there since the beginning, the steady S.H.I.E.L.D. presence, the calm, slightly awkward, totally earnest believer in heroes. And here's the key. Coulson believes in the Avengers before they exist.
You know, it's just a huge honor to have you on board.
Look, that's Coulson showing genuine admiration for Captain America. He represents the world that needs heroes. He represents the audience who grew up loving them. So when he confronts Loki, it isn't about winning, it's about standing for something. His death is the turning point of this movie. It's the moment that forces Tony and Steve to stop arguing and start leading. It gives the team a reason bigger than themselves. Whether Fury enhanced the story with the bloody cards or not, the emotional truth still stands. Coulson's sacrifice is what creates the Avengers. Without him, they don't assemble. And on this rewatch, knowing how the MCU evolves from here, the moment hits even harder.
So that's what it does.
Also, as a big Coulson fan, I am just itching to rewatch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hint, hint, wink, wink, maybe stay tuned for that. The third act remains one of the most satisfying superhero climaxes ever put on a screen. The 360 hero shot is still legendary. Captain America calling plays like he's Aaron Rodgers at the line of scrimmage.
And Hulk. Smash.
Thor bringing the lightning, Natasha closing the portal, Tony carrying the nuke into space. It's teamwork, it's payoff, it's everything Phase 1 promised. And because we've just watched all the films that lead up to it, it feels even bigger this time. So does it hold up entirely? I mean, some CGI does show the Chitauri aren't really the most complex army, but it's the character work, the chemistry, and the pacing. This movie changed Hollywood. It proved the MCU wasn't a gamble. It was a blueprint. And as we continue to count down to Avengers Doomsday, it's so refreshing to go back to just a city destruction with a bunch of heroes versus a multiverse destruction with the entire universe. But that's just my thoughts on the Avengers from 2012. I'd love to hear them in the comment section down below. I'd also love to hear if you're a Coulson fan like I am. We thank you for watching today's episode. Make sure you stay tuned here on the channel. We're going to try to upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to make sure we hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers by Avengers Doomsday. Again, we thank you for watching, and now you've got some time. You can go refill that popcorn bucket.